I told you guys. I told you guys this guy was going to win. I said Donald Trump, he's going to be the guy. And I put myself at risk of having egg on my face because I was wrong the last time. But I stuck to my intuition and I said, nah, I think Donald Trump is going to win. And I was right. And people told me, Theodore, you don't understand statistics. You don't understand how the polls work. Oh, my goodness. And all of these people have been looking up to this guy named Alan Lichtman. Because Alan Lichtman has correctly predicted every single presidential election since, I don't know, the 1980s, with the exception of Bush versus Gore. And so this entire cult has been made surrounding Mr. Lichtman, saying this guy is a genius. And Mr. Lichtman said that Harris is going to win. And Mr. Lichtman said, I am telling you, Harris is going to win according to my 13 keys formula. And Mr. Lichtman was wrong. He is wrong. And I spent hours watching his live stream. And I could see it in Mr. Lichtman's face that he was very nervous because Lichtman has a reputation to maintain. He has a reputation to uphold. His reputation is that he knows how to predict presidential elections. And he was wrong. So now he has to come out. I don't know what he's going to do. Maybe he's going to come out and say, listen, the integrity of the 13 keys still hold, but I misinterpreted the 13 keys, blah, blah, blah. Who knows what he's going to say? But looking at this election, it's very clear that Donald Trump is the winner. He has pretty much already won Pennsylvania. And I did a live stream about this last Friday, and I said, if he wins Pennsylvania, it's pretty much a victory for him. And you see it. 94% of the votes in Pennsylvania have been counted, and he's still winning. The guy is still winning. Now, why was I so sure that Trump was going to win? Because Trump has a cult of personality. You see, all these people talk about, the 13 keys of Alan Lichtman, Mr. 13 Keys. There are no 13 keys. There's only one key, and that is a cult of personality. There's no Mr. 13 Keys. All right, there's the key maker from The Matrix. There's only one key, and that is a cult of personality. And in fact, in one of the 13 keys, it says that a presidential candidate who is likely to win is going to have charisma. He's going to be a charismatic leader. Now, in all fairness to Mr. Lichtman, he said that neither Trump nor Kamala Harris are charismatic. So I don't think he gave the key to either of them. But he said that Donald Trump is not charismatic. Now, is Kamala Harris charismatic? Hell no. Kamala Harris is not charismatic. But Donald Trump is. How could this Lichtman, this is why I doubted his ability to predict this election. I just doubted it the whole time. I did not accept it. You have all these people online, Mr. Lichtman says this. He's been right since forever. And I always had my doubts. Why? Because he said that Donald Trump is not charismatic. Now, there are other reasons why. Well, there's actually really two reasons as to why I did not just lock, stock, and barrel accept his prediction. Because he also said that the economy is doing fine, and one of the keys is that you have really no serious economic issues or something like that. And so basically he's saying that the economy is fine. And people don't really think that way. I mean, no one thinks that way. When you go to the grocery store, you go to a Target, you buy like 5 things. They say, that's going to be $120. What the hell? The average person isn't sitting there thinking, well, Mr. Lichtman says it's okay, so it must be okay. The average person is thinking, oh my God, I go to the grocery store to get some stuff, to get some food, and I'm paying $100, over $100. That's what they're thinking. So people are thinking inflation is bad. There's a serious inflation problem going on. They're not sitting there thinking, oh, well, Mr. Lichtman says otherwise. And another reason why I doubted Mr. Lichtman's prediction is that Mr. Lichtman stated that Donald Trump is not charismatic. Donald Trump is very charismatic. How could this guy? I just don't get that. I just don't understand this. Well, he says, well, Donald Trump is not FDR or Mr. Reagan. He's not like Reagan? The guy was shot in the ear in Pennsylvania. Imagine that. He was shot in the state that everyone said he needed to win. Everyone was saying, listen, he needs to win Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is the battleground state here. And he got shot in that state. Shot in the ear. Mr. Trump gets up defiantly, surrounded by his guards. He gets up and he pumps his fist up into the air. And he screamed, fight, fight, fight. And this guy's saying, oh, I don't really see any charisma. You could literally feel the energy in the air. And that's one thing I look for. When I make a prediction, I look for energy. I can feel it. I can feel the energy. And in 2016, I felt it. You could feel this immense energy for Donald Trump. It was all over the political air. And when Obama was running against McCain, I knew Obama was going to win. When he ran against Romney, I knew Obama was going to win. Oh, and I met people who were so certain that Romney was going to win. They said, "Oh, Romney's going to win because look at him. He looks like a real Americana with his little wind tennis jacket, whatever you call it. He just has that look, and he's a real patriot. Obama's not a patriot. Romney's a patriot." And I remember telling people, Obama is going to win. Why? Because when I would watch Romney's speeches, Romney would talk about economics and this and that. Obama talked about hope. He inspired people. And I'm not saying that I'm a fan of Obama. I'm just telling you the facts. People felt inspired by Obama. He was a good speaker. He had swag. And he built a very popular cult of personality. To this day, Obama is popular. Romney didn't have that. McCain sure as hell did not have that. McCain is... Plus, he was a neocon, and he was basically Bush, and people were sick and tired of neocons. They wanted something new, and they voted for Obama, and they still don't want neocons. And there are several reasons why people voted for Donald Trump. The biggest ones, obviously, are what? Economy and immigration. Those are the biggest ones, right? Inflation and immigration. They want to put a stop to this influx of people crossing the border, et cetera, et cetera. And that ties into people's concerns about high crime rates. And people are also terrified of the idea of America being pulled into a major war with Russia. And they don't want that. And they see this bloodbath in Ukraine. And they see how NATO has been perpetuating this war in Ukraine, knowing damn well that Ukraine can't win. But they just keep pushing it. Go into Russia, Ukrainian. Go fight the Russians, Mr. Ukrainian. Here's some more guns. You need some more weapons? Here. Let's throw some more Ukrainians into the line of fire. Let's throw in some more Ukrainians to be cannon fodder. And they see Ukrainians in Russia fighting the Russians. And what did Kamala Harris say? She said, I'm going to continue the fight. You think that appeals to the average person? You think the average person wants to hear, I'm going to send my kids to go die for Ukraine? You think the average person who enjoys just, looking at YouTube shorts and Instagram reels of cats is interested in going into a freezing cold trench to go fight some Russians? And what has become a very popular slogan, I am not going to send my children to die for, name the country, Ukraine, Israel. And what does Trump say? I'm going to end the war in Ukraine. I'm going to end the war in Gaza. I'm going to bring peace. That appeals to people. And you have what? Let's look at the current numbers here. I'm looking at the New York Times. Michigan. Donald Trump is winning in Michigan. And remember what I told you. Now, this could all change. I don't know. They're still counting. But they're 74% in voting counts. In counting votes. My brain glitched there. They're 74% in their counting of the votes in Michigan. And what did I say about Michigan? I said a lot of Arabs are going to vote for Donald Trump. Why? Because they think Donald Trump may just end the killing in Gaza. And you see Trump right now winning in Michigan. That may change. I don't know. But currently he's winning in Wisconsin. Donald Trump is winning. Pennsylvania, he has already won. And you have people already calling it, mainstream media outlets already calling the election, saying Donald Trump is the winner. And I'm not educated about American politics. I knew this guy was going to win. I'm not educated in American politics. I don't understand how the Electoral College works. I couldn't tell you anything about how, I don't know, Congress works or anything like that. I'm not an educated person when it comes to American politics. I'm not educated in political science or any of that stuff, but I have an intuition. And when I see a woman like Harris running, and the way that she talks, and the way that she just conducts herself, all of her mannerisms, when I see all of that, I just say, this woman can't win. I said the same thing about Hillary Clinton. I see Hillary Clinton. She looks like, I don't know, a middle school teacher somewhere in a public education campus. Maybe she's teaching special education. I don't know. She looks like a woman version of Kim Jong-un with her weird-ass outfit. And the way that she talks and the way that she looks, and she has that look, she looks like a squirrel or something. No offense to Peanut, rest in peace. And remember the video of Hillary Clinton? She was outside somewhere, and she started like jerking around like she was possessed by a demon or something. She was, and then she said, "You guys really need to try the chai tea." And it was just a meme all over the internet. Remember that one video where she had to get dragged into a vehicle because she was obviously unwell? I mean, it just, nothing fit. And Donald Trump destroyed her. And I knew that Donald Trump was going to destroy her. And you had all these morons. I remember even in those days, you had morons. You had that guy, what was his name? Dick Morris. I remember Dick Morris. And I remember listening to Dick Morris. This guy, he worked for Bill Clinton when Bill Clinton was president. And he said, I remember he was talking to, I want to say it was Sean Hannity. And he said, well, brace yourselves. You might just see a woman in the White House. And I saw that and I said, what a bullshit artist this guy is. This guy works. This is what I don't understand about politics. You got these people who worked for Bill Clinton and they're just deep into the whole paradigm of American politics. They're very well connected. They're on these big mainstream media outlets. And they just say bullshit. They're just speaking bullshit. Like, oh, we're going to see the first woman president. Oh, hoo-ha, hoo-ha. Kamala Harris. She may just be the first woman, Indian, black, Jamaican, South Asian woman president. Okay, no one cares. Nobody gives a damn. And I remember people posting up videos of Kamala Harris, her speeches. Look at how many people came to see Kamala Harris, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's because she was bringing all these celebrities to her speeches. And she had what? She had Beyonce. She had, who was it? Ben Stiller. She had Eminem. All these celebrities who were once worshipped by the American public, supporting her, and it didn't make a difference. It didn't mean a damn thing. Why? Because being a celebrity doesn't mean anything anymore. Now, back in middle school, when P. Diddy was telling people to go vote, oh yeah. But look at what's going on now. Everyone hates P. Diddy. P. Diddy has become a meme for a predator. And Eminem said something. He said, "Oh, I really want to vote for Kamala Harris," and no one gives a shit. No one gives a damn. Why? Because no one cares about celebrities anymore. It's not a thing anymore. One of the reasons for this is because of social media. Now you got some guy in his room making millions talking in front of a camera. I mean, the world has completely changed. People don't care if you're a Hollywood actor and all this stuff. Oh, a Hollywood actor told me to vote for someone. Okay. Grocery prices are way too damn high. Is Eminem going to change that? No one cares. No one cares. The border, or really the gap between the public and the celebrities, has pretty much been bridged through Instagram and YouTube. You got people who have never been famous before, now, who are now famous and making tons of money because they talk in front of a camera. The world has changed. But it didn't help Kamala Harris. Not, all these celebrities and all this stuff, it didn't help Kamala Harris. Because she did not have a cult of personality. And that's it. That's all there is to it. She did not have a cult of personality. Donald Trump has a cult of personality. The man was shot. He got up. He pumped his fist into the air. And I remember telling people on YouTube, I said, guys, you can't beat this. This guy's going to win. This guy, that assassination attempt, him almost getting his head blown off, sealed his victory. As weird as that sounds, and as messed up as that is, it's the truth. That helped seal his victory. And he was shot in a place called Butler, Pennsylvania, and he won that place big. Because that's the place where he was shot. Bottom line. It's not that complicated. Everyone says, oh, it's very complicated. The way our society works and the way politics works is very, very complicated. No, it's not. No, it's not. People see prices in the grocery store way too damn high, and they want that to go down. People hear about going to war with Russia, and they want to prevent that. It ain't that complicated, guys. It really is not. Anyway, you guys just heard some theology. God bless.